Hi. Hello, all. Welcome to a date with fate. We are missing Haley, but that's okay. So I'm gonna remind you what happened last time. Last time, on a date with fate, um, you who were still on the ship went to the armory for better weapons. Marcon got a battle axe with +1 to the damage score. Faye will eventually end up getting studded armor that Marcon is carrying for her. Kosima got a shield of acid resistance, so it's +2 to the AC, and the enemy will roll disadvantage on the acid to see if they hit. Mylea got a plate armor of acid resistance. At this time you were all together, actually. In the cabin, Kosima and Faye decided they would go with the group that were pillaging and stuff, so that they could get there first and make sure they get any more acid resistant stuff for the dragon fight, because they're not under oath. And Mylea and Marcon went to look for an alchemist with Bayami. They told him about the fact that they are the rebels, and he accepted that fact and thinks it's something God-given. You met with the alchemist, who seemed kind of spacey. And and then Marcon and Bayami went to go play cards with each other. Faye and Kosima talked about Cosima's feelings of Breeze going down, and Kosima sent a message to Bonnie through Faye saying sorry. Bonnie said that her wife said she was still angry, but misses her and wants her to just finish her duty to Tuzalon and get back. Faye tried to message Jaden, but it turns out that Jaden is most likely dead. And Faye wondered if everyone she becomes dies, because Alma died and now Jaden appears to be dead. Around 4 o'clock, those who were on the ship saw ships from Sebulad on the horizon. So at that point, Mylea and Marcon were like, no, we can't do this. And they got Bayami and Floreni and got in a boat and came to shore after forging a document. Mylea and Marcon, Bayami and Floreni now think that they are an item. And Mylea told this to Faye through messaging or sending or whichever one it was. And Faye was like, cool, I'm going to use that. Around 8 o'clock, Faye and Kosima got to the capital, Larion, after leading the army. A long way around the city, they finally camped outside the weapons depot, and the captain says, you got 5 hours to get some rest. And that's when Faye was messaging Mylea, and then Mylea and Marcon managed to get a horse and 2 horses and a carriage. Marcon was able to help Animal handle and Beast bond, and then, yeah, so that's where we are. Faye and Kosima we started with Faye and Kosima sleeping, but Chelsea has something she would like to do. So we're very excited about this. So, Chelsea, can you roll stealth as you try to sneak away from Faye? And unmute.
Come on, stealth. There we go. Got a 17.
Good. Really nice. Yeah. So Faye at this point is meditating asleep. So if you wanted to perceive, you do it at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Since I guess, because I was gonna say my passive perception is 21, but since I'm technically sleeping, I guess I wouldn't be passively doing anything.
No, you're not passively looking around or smelling.
Let's see. So, well, I got a 25.
Okay. Then you're aware that Kosima is getting up.
I'll stay meditating because I'd rather get back my spells.
Okay. For all you know, she's going to the bathroom.
Exactly. If she's gone for like 30 or more minutes, I'll go investigate. But
okay.
Can I tell that she kind of noticed that I was awake?
You can do a perception check.
Wait, how do I do perception?
The same way you just did stealth.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, apparently I don't know my alphabet.
Oh, wait. I mean, I still got it, but I did the numbers wrong. It was a dirty 20.
Okay.
I looked at persuasion instead of perception, but
Oh, okay.
So I got a 12. Do I notice
So,
anything?
no, you don't notice any movement or whatever. Like, to you, it appears she was still there the whole time. Nothing happened. You get up quietly, and you look at her, and she appears the same, and you leave.
So I'm gonna go on a walk to visit Tuzla because I want to talk to her.
Okay. So, you know the way. From here, going all the way to the central part of the city, it takes you, like, depending on how fast you're going, like 45 minutes.
I'm sauntering, but sauntering quickly. So,
Okay.
all
mission.
power walking.
When you get to the palace, you don't see, there are no guards out, like, as you would expect there to be at the gates.
Okay.
It's fairly deserted looking, and it's kind of eerie to you.
So, I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna assume that since it's nighttime, Tuzlan is sleeping in her bedroom.
So, you go in the bedroom. She's not there.
So,
Where else do you think she might be? Or can you just roll investigation?
I got a 16.
Okay. So, like, after thinking about it and looking around and stuff, even from her bedroom window, you could see the garden, and you're like, oh, well, if she's anywhere, she'll be there next. And you look out, and you see, yes, she's down there. There are some guards there with her that you can see, but otherwise, she's just sitting there.
So, I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna take off my cloak that I have so that I look like myself as a guard, because that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go talk to her. And suggest we go on a walk to kind of ditch the other guards.
Do you want to play this? Okay. So you go down there, and, like, they see you coming and, like, are wary at first on guard, and then they recognize you.
What are the guards' names?
Well, there's 3 that you can see here, sort of just standing around as she sits there. They are Lilogon. I can just write them out for you.
It's fine. I don't care who they are.
Okay.
Tuzlan, I'm here. I have to talk to you.
Oh, Kosima, I didn't expect to see you. What do you have to say? How are things going?
Things are great. I'm just wondering if we could go for a little walk, to kind of ditch your guards.
Can you roll deception on the things are great?
I got 14.
Okay. She's a little bit, like, well, I mean, plus the fact that you don't want to be around the other guards. She's like, okay.
Did the other, I mean, like, no one else knows what's going on, so I'm assuming that you don't want the other guards.
Right, yes, okay. Everyone, can you... No, let's go on a walk.
I mean, I do have some insight about the fact that there's a huge group of people who are about to just ransack the city, and they're all sleeping right now.
Well, we knew that. I would also say, too, that given the place where you are leaving from, you would have recognized that she was at the area of her mother's grave.
I'm so sorry to go away from this. I know what it means to you. But I want to talk to you.
That's fine. But why are you here alone? Where are Marcon?
Well, so, I mean, everybody is doing something right now, and I wanted to talk to you alone because, you brought me in and you spoke to me and told me about what's going on, and I've dedicated my life to you, and I want to talk to you. And I don't think that they would maybe understand completely.
Possibly, no. But so I assume you're gearing up for the dragon then, right?
Well, I've been walking around. I'm walking through Breeze, and how are you dealing with the loss of our city? I mean, it was one thing to destroy the other islands, but this is where your mother's buried. This is where we grew up. I'm having a really hard time with all of this, it's just really sad.
I'm sorry, Kosima. See, I didn't want this. I just wanted the cycle to end. I didn't know, but you can't trust the gambler, and I mean, you can to get your wish granted, but you don't know what's going to happen. And
I'm wondering if there's any way we could, I don't know, ask him to spare this last island.
No, it doesn't work like that. You have to follow through on the wish.
So there's no way, like, we could summon him and just ask? Maybe I could make a wish, possibly?
If you make a wish for this island to stay, I don't know what will happen. You know it's held up by magic, and that if the others have to take out the dragon, or their wishes won't be granted.
Well, that's why I'm not talking to you in front of them. I understand that their wishes will not be granted. But
no, wait. What was the last word?
This is my home. This is our home.
I know, but your parents and Bonnie, they've all escaped, and
but they didn't come back.
No, but I guess I've had more time to get used to this than you.
It's been 3 days.
I know, and I've had a few months to think about this.
And I've been
here before
the
others came. I knew something, but home is just a place. It's the people that make it, Kosima.
It's not. That we've got our culture and our history here.
But
it's everything.
Our culture is kind of artificial.
Well, I mean, but our culture, the way that we want this to be, we could make a new Breeze.
We can make a new Breeze, but not here.
Why?
Because these islands are held up by magic, and they're not real.
They are real. This is where I grew up. This is my home. This is your home.
I know.
Everything we've ever known. Why would we want to leave? Is there just any way we could ask the gambler? Perhaps he might be willing.
I'm not going to make that ritual again. I've already done enough.
But I don't
damage.
I don't know how to do it, and could you teach me?
Well, all you need is a skull, and there's some words to say, and then he appears. And some candles, and I mean, yes, I could show you.
Do you have a skull?
Yes. Or we can go find some.
Could we do that? Please, I've dedicated my whole life to you. Everything, and all I'm asking is to just try.
Okay.
You know, I killed the other. I mean, I went and I helped, and I'm here and I'm fighting. But perhaps, even without the dragon, we can still hold it up by a different kind of magic. Perhaps there's something.
But what if it means another sacrifice? What if it means your sacrifice? Just like the elves who first created Breeze.
I mean, we could ask. Like, is he that devious? I mean, I know you made a wish. And
From what I understand, your wish will always be granted, but you don't know the means. Like, I didn't know the means would mean destroying Breeze for my wish for the cycle to end.
And your sister.
I thought somehow that... What do you mean about my sister?
I heard that she was dead.
Oh, yes. You know, it was very odd. When I killed her, the tattoos came to me, and then they disappeared and went to my father. I wonder what that means. Like, they were chosen for me, and then they weren't, that's never happened before. But you wouldn't know anything about that either.
No, I don't. I really do think the gambler could give us some insight. We don't even have to make a wish. We could just bring him here.
Well, he doesn't really talk to people like that. You have to...
Do I have to wish?
You do, yes. I mean, he has helped me a little bit, but he otherwise doesn't talk to people.
And you're not willing to... There's nothing you're willing to do? You're not willing to help try and save this land that is ours?
I've gotten a lot of people out. I know it's not everyone, and there has been death.
I know you've gotten people out, but this is your home. I know that you think it's about people, but it's not. It's also about the place and the culture and the history.
Kosima, I'm not going to be around much longer. From what I understand, once the others give me their essences of the beast and I combine them all, and that's how we end this, it will kill me. So in a way, I don't care.
So then help me. You're my best friend.
I think you should just forget about it. You have Bonnie. She's safe.
She'll come back.
I don't want you to get involved with the gambler.
I mean, I don't need to necessarily get involved with the gambler, but will you make another wish?
I don't know if that's allowed. I've never thought about that. I have thought about wishing for something else, but I've never actually done the ritual to try it.
I'm wondering, out of the game, are we alone?
Yeah.
Like, can anybody else see us?
No, you're like in some separate part of the garden at this point, because she would have like waved them away.
Yeah, I'm willing to put down my life for our land and our home. You really won't help me with this?
But that's no different than what will Bonnie have to return to? That's the exact same thing I've been trying. That my wish was against was that the cycle would end, and you want to kill yourself.
I don't want to kill myself. I want the cycle to end, but I want this land to exist. Maybe there's another type of magic. Maybe there's some way that we can stop this. If you're not going to be helping me, I don't know what I'm going to... Like, I need you to help.
The only thing I could do is help you learn the ritual for the gambler.
Well, if you're going to die regardless, why don't you make another wish?
To wish for this island to be saved?
Yes.
I can see if that's possible.
Let's try.
All right. Well, come with me.
Okay.
So you go to some other special area. At this point, Faye, you'd be like, like you have this vague notion that she hasn't returned.
Yeah, I would say like after 30, 40 minutes, I'll be like, What is she doing? I'm gonna get up. Oh, and I'm going to make sure that I've disguised myself so that I am not just an elf hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm gonna pop out and I'm just gonna do a brief check to see if I can see tracks or like look around, see if I can see her.
You definitely don't see her. It would be hard to see tracks because of all the people that are here. And all the feet that have been around
Should I do like a survival check at disadvantage or
Do you have anything? You don't have like a familiar or anything. Is there anything else that you could possibly do?
let me see, let me see.
It's not that I don't love you, it's that I don't want you here right now. Not the same.
Castle. I didn't realize I could do that. Anyway, detect magic, no. No choice made. Oh shit. Apparently I haven't chosen anything from my 5th level warlock.
Oh.
So let me
Okay. Then yeah, you look through that. Kosima and Tuzalan go to some kind of like ritually room. I don't know. Like the castle has lots of rooms. And so this is a room for like developing magic or something like that. And because yeah, again, they don't really use magic on this island in general, but it's a place where if the royal family needed to come up with something protective, this is like their workshop. And there's no one else around. Okay, so you'll take this skull and we're gonna put some candles out. She just makes it all ready the way she did it a long time ago with chalk and candles and stuff.
No, are you going to make the wish? Do it. You have to make the wish. You have to make the wish because maybe it'll save your life.
Well, I can at least see if he lets me make 2 active wishes.
Oh, did you find a...
I got something.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
So I can touch a willing humanoid and perceive through its senses until the end of my next turn. As long as the creature's on the same plane as existence of you, I'm blinded and deafened to my surroundings. So it is the gaze of 2 minds, Eldritch Pact. Or, sorry, Invocation. So, I don't know, I mean... I don't know if it's really... I mean, it's all it's going to let me do is look through somebody's senses, but if I would need to touch them and then...
I'm not that
And then
off.
you would... But it would just be to know if Kosima passed this way.
I don't
How about you just do an intelligence check?
Alright. Let's see. I add nothing to that, so that's a 15.
Because of... Okay. Yeah, because you talked to Kosima, you know she was down, and you're like, if she's been gone this long, she's either run away from our group because she hates us, we're pretty bad people, or 2, this is her old stomping grounds, maybe she went back to her house. She was talking about her, because when you guys were walking around, you talked about her house, or like the princess is nearby, so it's like all these choices come to your head, where you're like, her house? The princess? She just ran away?
Okay. Ooh.
There's a can.
Can I go back into the tent, go through my stuff, grab out my skull,
Okay.
and be like, Gamba, darling, something amiss has occurred. Do you happen to like know where Kosima is, correct? I mean, you don't have your eyes everywhere, but you have eyes. So, do you have anything for me there?
Faye's the only one that can talk to the gambler in this way, Chelsea. So even Tuzalon can't do this.
You know, I have
so
a pact with him.
Tuzalon doesn't believe that it's possible. What would he say? Okay. Yeah, he knows. Wait, what was your last question?
If
Your exact words.
he knows where she is.
Oh. Your friend Kosima happens to be with Tuzalon right now.
Oh, Tizzy.
In fact,
Okay.
they are on the verge of perhaps making a wish. I am waiting for their exact words.
Ooh, so you're gonna give Kosima a wish? How interesting. Do you have like any notion of like what she's going to wish for? Are you allowed to share that information with me? Is it like confidential, like client
It is
confidentiality?
confidential, yes. It is a legal
Oh.
thing. We are bound by certain rules. But it is not
Understandable.
Kosima that is making the wish. It is Tuzalon who is preparing the circle.
Tuesday? Doesn't she already have a wish?
She
Could
does.
she? I mean, I'm sure she can double up on her wishes, but wouldn't she have to do a second thing for you? I feel like that's way too much work. No offense, darling.
Yes. This is a highly unusual thing. But, so they are in the palace if you are looking for them.
Okay, I think I got just enough sleep. Shouldn't take me too long to get there, right? If I run, I hate running, but if I run,
I don't know. Time is so different to you mortals.
I know, right? It's the worst. All right. Ugh, I'll go for a run, a morning run. Ugh, I feel like I'm exercising. It's the worst. And I throw the skull into my pack and go for a morning jog. So if anybody wonders, I'd be like, "Hello, I'm blind."
Yeah. At this point, it was like 30 minutes in that you sort of began this, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Kosima at
I'll-
this point wasn't
yeah.
actually. No, let's retcon that because like if they're in the point of talking, then Kosima would have got because it took her 45 minutes to get there, and then they
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't know anything
yeah,
about
so I
it.
don't
walked
know
around
anything.
and talked for a bit. So it's been like
Okay, so
an hour and a half. So like
I
let's
just know
say
that she went to Tuesday.
no, saying that you did this later. Like you come out of your meditation like it's like an hour and a half instead of only 30 minutes.
I think she should come out at 30 minutes and try and figure out where I am and find me nowhere, just walking around the palace.
No,
I'm just saying, that's like,
she wouldn't at
I
that
mean,
point
yeah.
know.
Because I said that I would have woken up around 35 to 40
minutes.
minutes. So if anything, I would have just asked the gambler, like, where is she? And then the gambler could have said, like, oh, she's on her way to see Tuesday.
Well, he doesn't have a connection to Kosima, so he wouldn't necessarily know that.
Hmm.
I don't know. Let's keep it with what just happened, and
Well, I won't know that she's
okay.
making a wish. I won't know that that's on the table. I'll just know that she's with Tuesday. We'll just say that.
yeah, okay,
Because he wouldn't have known that at that point.
yeah, okay. So this is how it goes. She got there at 45 minutes. She looked around the palace for a bit, and then she found her in the garden. It's been like an hour. So from her leaving you, and so at this point, yeah, you're like, I'm getting worried, and then you do your call, and then he's like, you call him about an hour mark or something, and then he's like, oh yes, your friend is with Kosima or with Tuzalon.
Oh, okay, with Tuesday. Well, I suppose that's fine. I mean, she's been feeling a little down and, worried and second guessing and it's wonderful to see actually. Yeah, so maybe she just needs some like reassurance from, her old boss that's no longer going to be her boss once she's done with this because she'll be free and super fun. Okay, well, give me a ring-a-ding here if anything happens. I'll just put the skull in I don't know. If something's happening, just, give you a little like eye sockets aglow, eh? And I'll just put the skull down and
So you'll just stay there.
knit, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
You
Okay.
don't want to meditate because you still don't have all your spell slots.
Oh, I'll be meditating with one eye open.
For Miley and Marcon, because you're taking this like 10-hour journey too, you're driving the horses. Like, I really want to have a time at some point where you are asleep, though. So
I'm asleep.
maybe Bayami took over driving. Like,
Sure.
you were doing shifts
Yeah.
on this 10-hour road trip.
Cool.
10-hour tour.
A
Yeah.
10-hour tour.
Yeah. So just so that, yeah, Steven's not just sitting there. At some point in Marcon's sleep, and if Miley was here, I would do the same, but I'll just give you the script. So you, in your sleep, see that same fog and like kind of hard to tell what the outlines of building walls, but you're not sure, room of like when you very first were with the gambler. And you're like, this feels so real. Is this a dream or not? And you see his full genie form. And he's, dear Marcon, I do this as a favor because I know not everyone reads the fine print. And in case you didn't know, it is inside the skull after the ritual. So, I know you are in a place of desperation and perhaps not thinking straight. And I am a benevolent genie. So I give you one last chance to reword your wish. As you know, I am bound by the laws of my kind to give you exactly what you wish for. So speak wisely.
Ooh.
You may not change your wish, but you may reword it.
Reword my wish. What did I say? Can I think back to what I said?
Yeah.
And see if I remember it correctly?
Yeah. How well? Because you did it in a drunken state as well.
Right.
So do you want to do a history check?
Yup. That's a 19.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so pretty much everything you texted me, you remember.
Great.
It comes clearly to you.
Good.
Because it was a standout memory moment.
Great. Let me pull up the text real quick. Perfect. Wow. There was I guess it's an addendum, I didn't really say it. There were a lot of people that I hurt. And a lot of shame when I made my wish. So I made it very much about myself. Can I, with my wish, I would like to restore the reputation of my family, restore the wealth that I cost them, undo the pain that I caused them, and repair those wounds. Does that count?
To me, that is a separate thing. What you are asking for is money. In general, you're asking for loads and stacks and heaps of money. So I think that is something that you can do for yourself once you have the money. What I am asking for is very, very specifically, how do you want the money?
How do I want the money? Oh!
Guess what? You're on an island that is going to sink. Think about this. Where will the money be? How will you access it?
Oh. I guess the only people with money here are the royalty, right? Or the elite, the upper class.
Well, yes.
But I couldn't take it from the princess. That doesn't
No,
seem right.
I am not saying it has to come from here. But it has to exist somewhere. You said you wanted stacks of money.
I do want stacks of money.
How do you wish for that to look?
I would like stacks of money from... I would like the wealth transferred from the slave owners here to come to me. Not the royalty, but the slave owner elves. And I would like it to come from the army we are currently fighting for.
Oh, interesting. You're asking for a kind of equivalent exchange. See, I was thinking of just creating the money, but you're asking for it to come from somewhere else. That is interesting. So... Okay. Try one more time.
Okay.
Can you, Stephen, roll... Well, I want to say persuasion, but... Yeah, just roll persuasion.
Okay. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Good, okay. So yeah, he's inclined to give you one more try.
Okay.
Great, it is wonderful to take the money from the slave owners, and but again, I want you to think about the physicality of it. Where with these stacks and stacks of money, enough money, as you said, to turn heads, where will this exist?
Like, where would you deliver it?
Yes?
Okay. Deliver it to my home.
Oh,
To my family, to my sister.
delivered to your sister. Okay. That is the kind of answer I was looking for. Something that makes sense. Otherwise, I could have been the asshole, and put it on a mountain and force you to go up there, be guarded by dragon, these kinds of things. But you have somewhat proved yourself in this journey, and I know you mean well. So, good.
I want it delivered, like Harry Potter received all of the envelopes.
Yeah.
I just want to say ouch, because paper is one thing, but cool.
And you're asking for all the money from the whole entire army?
Everywhere.
The army and the slave? Like, that's gonna be, whoa.
She's gonna have to Dr. Scrooge swim out of it. Dr. Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
So, that's the end of that little bit of your dream, and you go on dozing.
Great.
Because I intended for you to be in on this too, even when you weren't, awake, Faye, as you go back to sleep, the gambler comes to you and says a similar thing about fine print and whatever, and making sure that people read it, and, but he changes after that. Faye, you have offered me something that no one else has done before. You have outsmarted me in a way. No one has ever made a pact with me before.
Well, I try.
And given that we are very close to the end, I have a confession to make. You see, I have given you excitement, as you asked for, in these last few weeks. But I don't think I can keep that up. This is a wish that is difficult to grant. Excitement for the rest of your life? And you are an elf?
I know it's a tall order. That's,
This is
why I had to go through such desperate measures.
this is why I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
Given your what's the word? Your propensity for mischief, you and I are very similar. And therefore, I would like to ask you, would you like to leave this plane and become a genie? You can, by my side, work with me to meddle in the affairs of mortals and have some fun doing it. Hopefully it will be exciting for you.
Faye is speechless for the first time ever. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, maybe. Can I? Ooh,
Yes, have some time to think about it. In a way, I am
Okay.
doing something I have never proposed to anyone else before.
Okay. Hold on. Before I think on it more, just so we get through some fine print here. So I would work for you. I
No,
wouldn't be
you would-
like my own
You would
thing.
be your own person. You are not there will be no bottle. You are not my servant or slave. You are your own genie, but we can work together.
Okay.
I will write you a ketubah. How is that?
Okay. Yes, I would like. Yes. Let me think on it. Okay. Let me think on it.
Thank you.
Right to the
because-
ketubah, just because I want to know what that is.
Oh. Yes. Just think about it. So
Okay.
that's the end of your little dream. So back to Kosima and Tuzalon. Tuzalon starts the ritual. You just sit there and observe as she breathes out, lights candles, sits in the circle with the skull, a new skull, because it'll otherwise crack when it's been listened to. This doesn't always work right away, Kosima. If it cracks, that means he's heard us, or me. But he might not come to me until he has something. But given the urgency of this, he must come soon.
I have to get back.
What do you mean you have to get back?
Well, I mean, at some point, I have to get back. So I hope he comes soon. I have to get back.
You're all going to come here anyway.
Yes, but I don't necessarily want the other people in your conspirators to know what we've done.
But that's the whole point, though. If this works, then fighting the dragon won't be a bad thing, or he'll somehow make the island stay up even without the dragon's power.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I understand.
Do it.
Okay. So she's like, dear gambler, it is Tuzalon. I have made you one wish before, which is in the process of being granted, I know. And I come with another wish. My wish is that this main island of Breeze can stay as it is without the beasts, that it remain like a normal island. If this is possible, that once the dragon is gone, that the island will not sink. That is my wish. That people may come back to it and it be just as tropical as it always has been.
Well.
So after some time, the skull cracks. And like she sort of just sits there waiting for the gambler. 1 through 10. Okay. So yeah, he does come to her.
Do I get to see him?
No, it would be in her mind, essentially. I'm gonna have to write this out, but so like she talks to him in her mind. Like for you just see her close her eyes and you're like, is she asleep? Is she in a trance? And but it's over quickly, where you're the kind of thing where you're like, oh, you just had your eyes closed. You were like tired or something. But let me just do this. No. She opens her eyes and looks sad at you. He won't let me make another wish.
What do you mean he won't let you make another wish?
Because I already have one active. My current wish is not fulfilled yet.
He's gonna destroy it if you...
If you want to do it, you can.
I'm gonna enter a fit of rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stab Tuzalon.
Okay, roll to hit.
What the fuck is happening?
Chaos. What do you mean? Like,
well, when you choose a weapon.
Oh, I know. I just realized right now that I'm in the wrong D&D character sheet. So.
Oh. Wrong sheet? What were you looking at?
Aqua Delphine.
Oh.
How do I get back to here?
My characters.
Great, because I've been rolling with the wrong character.
Oh, like in the top corner? Like, you should have your name or something, and then characters.
Okay, dude! Sorry, not you, obviously. My dog.
Well,
he wants
whatever rolls you've done, we'll be like, okay, whatever. You got the sneak and the whatever that you did.
Oh my god.
You find it?
Oh.
It should be, if you go to the top right corner, that's where your name is, and then you can go hover and then choose characters.
Characters. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to...
Move your laptop screen a bit down. Or camera.
Oh, me? Yeah, sorry. I can't see anything because I... There we go. Exit full screen. Okay. I'm gonna grab my dagger because it's the smallest thing.
Okay.
Don't want her to notice what I'm going to do because I just can't handle it anymore.
Good.
I can't. I thought. I don't know. Everything is changing too fast.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to find my dagger again. Where did it go? Wait, where do I...
Under attack or something, weapons.
No, it's not.
You click on the...
Got it. Not inventory.
Oh, do you not have it equipped? Under actions?
Maybe? Yes, there it is. Okay, I couldn't find. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my dagger and I'm just gonna click the button, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker! I got an 11.
Oh, well, that doesn't hit. So she's able to dodge that. And... Kosima, what are you doing?
I can't deal with this anymore. I can't. You've destroyed everything I've always believed in, and you won't even help me. You won't even let me see the gambler. It's just not even working.
But I tried, and you can do it if you want. Yeah, you have an extra attack. You have 2 attacks.
And I just rolled my dagger again and got a 17.
Okay, that hits. So now roll for damage. You read about stabbing people before.
8.
Okay, so 8, I think, slashing damage. Kosima, this isn't my fault! I mean, it is my fault in some ways, but you can still talk to him if you really want to. He just won't let me do it. I'm not in charge of him.
I'm gonna hit you again.
Okay, yeah, she just spends her turn talking.
I got a 26 to hit.
Hits. Yeah, there you go. Was that a natural 20?
No.
Okay.
And I got, no, because I've got a +8. And I got 7 damage.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna hit it again, right? Because
yeah, you have 2 strikes, yeah. And if you have any bonus actions, you can use that too.
I've got improved divine smite. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 slot to deal 2d8 extra
More damage, yeah, if you wanted.
So I'm gonna so then do I
Well, so do your second attack weapon roll first.
Okay, so my dagger. Oh, well that was sad. I got 9.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
I'm just reading the spell. Okay, she's going to cast, because I assume that's the end of your turn. Okay, she's going to cast Calm Emotions on you, so you have to make a Charisma saving throw. So you'll roll a d20, and then add your Charisma modifier. Or Charisma save.
And she's an elf, right? Kosima, you're an elf, so you get that's a charm effect, right?
Okay, so this is what I was gonna actually. I never get to tell you, Rachel. The reason why you, like, Zone of Truth worked on you back then was because it was the king who cast it, and that's just like a homebrew thing. So because they are the royal family, like there is something that allows them to
negate the advantage.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
over the other elves. But like, yeah, if someone else was trying to charm you that wasn't a royal family member, you could be fine.
And I'm sorry, what am I casting?
Charisma saving throw. So roll a d20 and then add your charisma save modifier. So what is the roll by itself?
6.
And well, you're probably not going to save anyway. What's your charisma saving throw?
12.
Really? This charisma? No, what's the
plus? Oh, total.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
6.
Okay, so you do fail. You can suppress any effect.
Bonus +1 bonus on saves.
+1 bonus. Okay, well it had to be 17, so you still didn't get it. So with this, then I'm choosing. You can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice it is hostile toward. This ends if it is attacked or harmed by a spell, which I'm not attacking you. So with this, she chooses herself to make you indifferent about being hostile towards her. To calm your emotions.
Okay.
Kosima.
Tuzalon.
I know you've been through a lot, and it is I who have done this to you. I caused you to separate from Bonnie. I'm taking your home away from you, even though I didn't intend for that to happen. And everything is changing, and I forced you to go with those others who aren't...
They're bad people.
Well, I don't think they're bad people. The world is just not as black and white as you thought it was.
No.
What?
They're not the best. Say that. For sure.
Well, I don't know them all entirely. Maybe you know them better than me because you've been actually traveling with them, but I don't think they're the worst people in the world.
Can I tell how, like, hard I've hurt you? Like, are you...
It's not that big of a deal.
I haven't made any kind of damage, really.
You've made some damage, but not as much as you would hope.
It's not like in real life where one stab could kill someone.
Yeah. No, you have to imagine, like, she dodged this way and it got her arm and that kind of stuff. So this lasts up to 1 minute.
And then you'll have your emotions back.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that you didn't mean to do this, but if I kill you, won't this all end?
If you kill me, then one of them will have to take in all of the elements. I don't know if they can survive that. Well, I don't know if they could take even 2 elements.
I mean, you said you were going to die anyways, and...
I am. I assume
Sorry.
that I am.
I'm sorry that I attacked you so forcefully. Just kind of snapped for a minute.
It's understandable. Why don't you just go back to the group now? Unless you want to make a deal with the gambler, you can still do the ritual. We can find another skull.
I love how nice you're being. I fucking stabbed you.
Susie's the most understanding.
She's had time
She's
to
like,
think
let's
about
talk about this.
As she's bleeding from her
Yeah.
arm, maybe a cheek.
I'm sorry, I'm very clear that outside of the game, if somebody was to attack us with a dagger, we would not be friends anymore. All right, Chusalan, let's go find a skull and make a wish. I can't do this anymore.
There's probably some in here. Can you do an investigation check?
In my closet of skulls.
Well, they're in the special magic rooms.
Yeah.
Can you do an investigation check? She only got an 8. Yeah.
So we found a skull?
No, can you do one? She didn't do very well.
I got a 13.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the 2 of you together. Oh, you go back to your gang of hoodlums.
Finger rabble rousers.
Yeah, the 2 of you together are able to find. Oh, here they are. Yeah, kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, so you saw what I did, but be
Yeah.
very careful how you word it because he's a genie and he'll listen to you exactly as you say it.
All right.
The circle and the candles are still there on the ground. They haven't been messed up from your little fight. After this, I'm sure a minute has passed, so your anger comes back to you. But it's up to you if you want to act on it.
Well, if I've really done nothing,
You've done stuff, but like not as much as you would hope, because she's a higher level than you.
yes. I think I'm realizing that killing her is going to be more difficult than I thought. And I'm going to make a wish to the gambler.
Kosima making a wish? Is this going to change everything the other 3 have been fighting for? Join us next week on A Date with Fate.